दोनों में स्टार्ट है. ओके सर. Some people have joined. Let some people join, like 10, 12. Let it be 2 digit, and then we'll start fractions. Today we'll do fractions, addition and subtraction of those, and if we have time left in the end, we'll do multiplication and division also. So the first thing in fractions is to know the fact that unity of the fractions. Let's say we have, let me write it as 1 is equal to 2 over 2. If we have 2 parts out of 2, then we have the whole one. And if we have, let me change the color, if we have 3/3, we have the whole one. If we have 4/4, then we have the whole one. 4 out of 4 parts means we have full one, that is 100% of the thing, and so on. So 5/5 is also a whole one. Now when we want to, let's say we have 3/4 of something and we want to make it a whole one, we know that 4/4 is the whole one. We have to just add 1/4 more to make it a whole one, or we can say 4/4, that is whole one. This is a very, very simple concept, but in fractions, if we time says assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, how are you brother or sister, sorry, where you from, and tell me where are you joining from in this live session, and we welcome you all. Okay, so we, and here in YouTube, Abuzar Gaming says assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear, how are you? Peter Joseph says hi dear, thank you for joining my live session. Esther Oladunjoye says good morning to you. Here it's afternoon, 1:30 p.m, but still good morning. Kamlan Kumar Sahu says, sir, आपकी country, आप किस country से हैं? I am from Pakistan, but I am living and working in Dubai, UAE. Neil Sahani says Santa Claus. Okay, thank you for recognizing. Shivani Nagara Jan says hi sir, hi dear Shivani, thank you for joining my live session. I am from India. Okay, thank you. Vicky Donner says Bharat, you are from India. India has a World Cup match today, final. Vicky Donner says Bharat. Okay, Shivani Nagara Jan says I am from India. Oh, okay. Rini Estrada says GM buddy, hello from California. Hi Rini, thank you for joining my live session, I appreciate that. Okay, let's go from there. If we have whole one, we can always make any fraction a complete whole one. Let's say we have 2/5 and we want to make it a whole one. We know 2 out of 5 parts we already have. We need 3 out of 5 more. So if we add them, we have 5 out of 5 parts, that is a whole one. Or any time you can say 2/5 plus 3/5, or 2/5 plus 3/5 is a whole one. That's the basic most basic thing we need to know about the fractions. Okay, let me go further. So if we have, now we can look at it the other way around also. Let me erase this one, or let's keep it that way. So if we have to add 7 over 10 plus 2 over 10, we know that the denominators here are same. When the denominators are same, we can add the numerators as it is, add or subtract them, whatever the sign is. So 7 plus 2 is 9, and we keep the denominator as it is, and we can say 7 tenths plus 2 tenths is equal to 9 tenths. So 7 out of 10 parts we already have, then we added 2 out of 10 parts, so we have 9 out of 10 parts. Okay. So Shivani Nagarajan says yes sir. Okay. Kishore Kaveti says hi sir, hi dear. Kishore, thank you for joining my live session. I appreciate that. Vicky Donor says, sir, can you upload lecture on time, speed, distance? Yes, I can. If you have the questions, then email us. That would be nice. Otherwise, just my coordinator will make it a point. Make the notes. We'll do some live session. Or let's do next Sunday's live session about speed, distance, time. ठीक है उसामा? लिख लेंगे. Okay. So, what if we have more than, what if we have 7 over 10 plus 6 over 10? We know that the denominators are same, so we can just add the numerator. 7 plus 6 is 13 tenths. 13 over 10 or 13 tenths. Now here be careful, in this 13 tenths, we know that we have 10 tenths plus 3 tenths, right? These are 13 tenths. And because of all this discussion here, because of all this discussion, because of all this discussion, we know that this 10 tenths is a whole one. So we can write it as 1 plus 3 over 10. Or in the next step, we can say one whole number, 3 tenths or 3 over 10, and that's the easier way of adding these two when we have the same denominators. Okay, in TikTok, not too many people are commenting. So H says, sir, do you know Sakun? I don't know what Sakun means. And in YouTube, it's the same thing. Okay. So let's move on. मेरा माउस ही गायब हो जाता है. हाँ, अब आ गया. Okay. So let's say we have, let me delete this one. Let's say we have, let's put a line here, bring this a little above, and then put a line here. Okay. So if we have, let's say 4 over 7, then plus 6 over 7 plus 8 over, not very good 8, मेरा 8 ऐसी होता है, 8 over 7. So we can see that the denominators are same, so we can add the numerators. We have 4 sevens plus 6 sevens plus 8 sevens. So we can add 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18. We have 18 sevens. Now in 18 sevens, we can see that we have 7 sevens, then another 7 sevens, so 14 sevens and another 4 sevens, right? And we also know that this 7 sevens means one whole number, and this 7 sevenths also means one whole because of this. So we have two whole numbers, whole ones, and we have 4 over 7 that we can write beside it, or we can say 2 plus 4 over 7, that is also the same thing. Okay. Blue Tiger says, sir, need video about long division, how we can add 0 and decimal. Dear, send me some question in the email, and it will be a reminder also, and we'll make a video, because you are talking about one particular type of division, the normal division that they teach in school. We can make one video for that, no worries. SA, secundies, nuts, I don't know, dear. Okay, Blue Tiger says, sir, need video about long division. Yes, we answered that. And then let's move on to the next video. Now, exactly same concept can be used in the subtraction of the fractions. So if we have, let's say, 7 over 9 minus 2 over 9, we can see that we have 7 ninths and we subtracted 2 ninths, so we have 5 ninths left, and that's the easiest way. And when we have whole numbers with that, we have 3 whole number 3/5 minus 2 whole number, sorry, my bad, 1 whole number 2/5. So we can, here we can write first, deal with the whole numbers. I always tell you that 3 minus 1 is 2, and then we have 3/5 and we are subtracting 2/5, so we are left with 1/5. So 1/5. So that's our answer. And if there is a variation here, if we keep it that, if we have, let's say, 5 minus 1 whole number 1 over, let's make it 3. Okay. So if we have 5 minus 1 whole 1 over 3, then again we deal with the fractions first. So 5 minus 1 will give us 4. Let me write this 4 here, and we still have 1 over 3 to subtract. So 4 minus 1 over 3 is, let's break this 4 in color with green. So this 4 is, I hope it's just below the screen, you can see it. This 4 is 3 and 1, right? 3 plus 1. So 3 we already have. Let's write 3 here. And from this 1, we can subtract this 1 over 3. And for 1, we know that it's 3/3. So 3/3 minus 1/3 is 2/3. Now it looks a little complicated or lengthy, or you can say intimidating, but if we do a little practice with the concept that 2 halves is equal to 1, 3 thirds is equal to 1, 4 fourths is equal to 1, 5 fifths is equal to 1, then we'll be fine. With a little practice, like 5 to 10 questions of this type, and we'll know okay what we are doing, and then it becomes very natural and speedy. Cynical Silas says hi chat, hi dear, thank you for joining. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing, that is called top heavy fraction. So let me delete all this. When we have fraction like this 4 over 7, we call this numerator and we call this number, the number below, is denominator, right? The upper number is numerator, then the number below is denominator, and when the numerator is bigger, if it is 7 over 4, this is called top heavy fraction or improper fraction. It's called, let me change the color, top heavy fraction or improper fraction. Okay, so when we see a fraction like this 7 over 4, we know that there are 4 fourths and then another 3 fourths, right? And we know that 4 fourths is this, 4 fourths is equal to 1. So the improper fraction here is always greater than 1, because this is 1 and we have some more, right? Okay, so it's very easy to add and subtract with top heavy fractions. Now we can write this 4 fourths plus 3 fourths or 7 fourths as one whole number 3 over 4, because this is 1 and we have 3 over 4 here. So top heavy fraction can always convert into a mixed number, and we have another way of doing that. Let's say the number on the top we write in the division sign. Oh, this is not division sign. Okay, and the number in the denominator we write outside as a divisor. So always we can write the top heavy fraction in mixed number by dividing the numerator by the denominator. So 7 divided by 4 is, 4 times 1 is 4, and we subtract it, 7 minus 4 is 3. Now this is remainder, this is called remainder, right? And this is called quotient. Quotient means the result of the division, and this is called divisor. Let me write the full words, divisor. And this 7 is called dividend, the number we divide, and divisor is the number we divide by, dividend, right? And this is remainder. Right? Okay. So if we have, let's say 33 divided by 5 or 33 by 5 or 33 fifths, we can write it in mixed fraction by dividing 33. 33 divided by 5 will be 5. 33 divided by 5 is 5 times 6 is 30, and we subtract it. This 3 comes here, and that's our remainder. So what we do is we write the quotient as a whole number, and then remainder as the numerator and divisor as the denominator. Okay, so let me see if we have more questions like that, and we can do the reverse process. So if we have mixed fraction, this one, let me change the color, and we want to convert it to improper fraction or top heavy fraction, what we can do is we can just reverse the process. We multiply here, 5 times 6 is 30, and then we add here 30 plus 3 is 33. We'll get our numerator, and the denominator remains the same that you have already seen. So let me do one more of this type. Okay, so let's say we have 3 whole number 4 over 5. So, oh, Arabjo sent rose. Thank you, Arabjo. Balu sent heart. Thank you, dear. Appreciate that. Balu sent hand heart. Thank you, dear. Appreciate that. FA sent 5 over 9. Okay, that's the answer. Thank you. Diabo says, sir, are you in UAE? Yes, dear, I am in UAE. Balu says, salam wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Balu says, how are you? I am fine, thank you, dear. And then in YouTube, Consciousness says, hello, Dumbledore. What does it mean, Dumbledore? E18 says,
Dumbledore is a film character, looks like you.
Oh, okay. Dumbledore, as my coordinator is saying, Dumbledore is a
Harry Potter
film
Harry
character. Looks like you. Okay, thank you for recognizing, dear. E18 says, thank you for all you do. I wish I had your videos when I was still in school. Thank you for your kind words, E18. I appreciate that. People like you keep us going and keep us motivated. Also, we need motivation and this encouragement also. So Shashank says, you're good teacher. Thank you, dear Shashank, and thank you for joining my live session. You people can always tell me where you from, where are you joining from, what's the time there and everything. Whenever you chat, I reply that, and then no one is chatting, I do math. You got my point? Okay. So if we have 3 whole number 4 over 5, what we do is we multiply this. 3 times 5 is 15. Then 15, let me write 15 here. 15, then plus 4 is 19. So that's our numerator, and denominator remains same, that is 5 in this case. Okay. Or we can see it like, let me tell you another thing. We know that 5/5 is 1, right? So if we have 3 here, 3 is 3 times 5/5, right? And then we have 4/5 also. So now we know that we have 3 5/5 that are 15 fifths and then 4 fifths, so 19 fifths. We can do like that just to know the concept and hit the idea home. Okay, so and this multiplying 3 times 5, this 3 times multiplying 5 by 3 and then adding the numerator, this is the short way of doing the same thing. So let's say we have 7 whole number 2 over 3. We'll do 3 times 7, that is 21. Then we add this 2 to get 23, and the denominator remains same. Okay. Let me now. Cynical Silla says, can I have your logo tatted? I don't understand, sorry. हाँ हाँ पता है मुझे, हर चीज़ बतानी है ज़रूरी, वो मैं जान के वो कर रहा था, बदमाशी चल रही. अच्छा, Rene Estrada, thank you for your video, sir. I appreciate your kindness to teach online. God bless you. Rene Estrada, thank you for the encouragement, motivation, determination, all the good things that end in shun. And we need that. People like you keep us going. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Rene. Okay. And here, Balu says, Salam, how are you? Thank you, dear. Okay. So let's move on. Let me erase this. And now if we have we say what fraction is, let's say the question is what fraction is 9. Let me change the color of 12, let's say. So if we have this question, always keep in mind when whatever number is after this word of, I have told this in many of my videos, whatever number is after this word of, we are talking about that number as the denominator. Alright? The other number, sometimes it will be is, was, whatever it is, doesn't matter, will be, this number will be in the numerator. Alright? So, like if we compare 1 and 4, we know that 1 and 4, 1 is 1/4 of 1/4 of 4. So this we can do also when the wording is this same. We can just put the first number in the numerator and the last in the denominator, but be careful of the wordings. Whenever this word comes, the number after this word of comes in the denominator. Okay, and then we can simplify it. We know that this cancels out to 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 4 is 12. So the simplified form is we divide both the numerator and the denominator with the same number so that the value of the fraction does not change. We get simplified form. Okay, let's delete this and this and this. Okay. So if we are talking about, let's say if we don't have any numbers, we just say what fraction is x cents of y cents. So nothing to be confused of. Whatever is after the word of, just put it in the denominator and the other variable put it in the numerator and you will be fine. So, but if they are not the same units, this is cents and this is cents, so no worries. But if we say what fraction is 10 cents of, let me write cents here, 10 cents of $3. So either we convert both of them into cents or in dollars. So every dollar has 100 cents. So this is 300 cents. So when we do the fraction one number of another, then we have to be careful. The unit has to be same. Here we are talking about cents. Here it should be cents also, or both dollars or both same units. Now we can say it's 10 over 300. That is cancelled out to 1 over 30. Easier. Now Hanju Sam says Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear. Thank you. Cynical Silas says me too. Butch Thomas says Hilly Billy from Tennessee, 3.54 a.m. Good morning. Oh, thank you, dear. You are not sleeping at 3:54 a.m. Thank you for joining my live session. I appreciate that, dear. Okay. So we can also, when we have this trick with us that whatever comes after the word of, then they cannot dodge us by wordings. So if it is what fraction of 2 meters is 30 centimeters, let's say. Now here we also know, I have told you that the units must be same. This is meters and this is centimeters, and every meter has 100 centimeters. So we can say this is 200 centimeters, right? So now we have both in centimeters. This is 30 centimeters and this is 200 centimeters. Same units. Now we look for the word of. Whatever is after the word of, so don't be confused, that will be in the denominator. So 200 centimeters in the denominator, and in the numerator it's 30 centimeters, and we can cancel them out with, so this 0 goes with this 0 and we can write it 3/20. So that's our answer. Okay, Kurosh Persian says Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Kurosh, thank you for joining my live session. I appreciate that. Okay. So let's delete that and let's move to the next. Now, sometimes when we have fractions, the question says find 3/5 of 20. Now this word of means multiply. We want actually 3/5 of 20. So one way is we find 1/5 of 20, right? That is just divide 20 by 5. 5 times 4 is 20. That is 1/5 of 20. And then we multiply it by 3 because we want 3/5, not 1/5. So we multiply this 4 by 3 to get 12. That's one way of doing it. Or we can right away just say 3/5. Of means multiply and 20. So here we can multiply 3 by 20 to get 60/5, and then we cancel them out to get 5 times 12 is 60. That we can do also. Both ways are valid, and whichever seems more, like if this is 20/5 and 20 comes in 5 times table, but if it is another number that does not come in 5 times table, then we can first multiply and then we do the division. Okay, so to find, let's say, keep it, to find 5/6 of 2, we multiply 5/6 by 2. So let's multiply the numerator with the numerator here. 5 times 2 is 10 and this is 6. We can write it like this, 2/1 also. And now we can cancel out to get, if I divide both numerator and the denominator by 2, we get 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 3 is 6. So 5/3 is our answer. Or we can see that this is 3/3 plus another 2/3, so 5/3, and this 3/3 is 1. So we can write one whole number 2/3, or we can divide 5 by 3 to get one whole number as the quotient and 2 remainder. So we can write it that way. Okay. So sometimes we have a question where we have a mixed number. If it says find 2 whole number 1/3 of 30, 2 and 1/3 of 30, this is not complicated. If we just look at the helicopter view, broad view, 2 times 30 is 60, right? And 1/3 of 30 is 10, it's easy. So 60 plus 10 is 70, that's our answer. So in one go we can do that also, not a big deal. Because we want 2/30s, then we want 1/3 of 30. So we can do that. Okay. There is something called equivalent fractions. I'm just randomly doing fractions, whatever comes to mind, and I have just written on a separate document and just looking at it and telling you. So if we have, let's say, 2/5 of 30 or 4/10 of 30 or let's say 6/15 of 30, we will get the same answer. 5 times 6 is 30, 6 times 2 is 12 here. 10 times 3 is 30, 3 times 4 is 12 here. And 15 times 2 is 30, 2 times 6 is 12 here. In all the cases, we are getting the same answer 12, and we have the same number. All these fractions of these number gives us 12 as the answer. It means what? It means 2/5 and 4/10 and 6/15. They are the same fractions or equivalent fractions, we call them. So 2/5 is equal to 4/10 is equal to 6/15. Now here, if we look at it a little closely, 4/10 is when we multiply 2/5 by numerator and let me change the color. If we multiply both the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2, we get 4/10, and that is equal to 2/5. And we know now that multiplying numerator and the denominator by the same number does not change the fraction. Or if we say 6/15, 6/15 is when we multiply, let me write the 2/5 was our original fraction. If we multiply 2/3 and this 5/3, both the numerator and the denominator by the same number 3, we get 6/15, and that's our fraction that is equivalent to 2/5. Okay, Anju says, Sam says, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Anju Sam says, Allah आपको बहुत इज़्ज़त दे, आमीन. सेम है, अल्लाह ताला आपको भी बहुत इज़्ज़त दे, दोनों जानों में कामयाब फरमाए, बड़ी मेहरबानी सर और मैडम. Butch Thomas says, no sir, doing math with the master teacher, thanks for the video. No worries dear, you are welcome, and thank you for your kind words, I appreciate that. Okay, so let me give you a picture of this same concept. So here we can see that 2 out of 5 is shaded. Here 4 out of 10 is shaded. So 1, 2, 3, 4 out of total 10 is shaded. And here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 15. 6 out of 15 is shaded, and they are actually the same. Figure. Now this line in the middle in the same figure, this one. My bad. This is the same figure here. We put this line in the middle, and it became out of, first it was 5 equal parts, now there are 10 equal parts, but 4 of them are shaded. Now 4/10 becomes the same as 2 over 5, and here we can see two lines like that. Let me put a line here, line in the middle here, and line in the middle here. Sorry, not in the middle here, line here, and these two lines make it 15 equal parts, and out of those 15 equal parts, 6 parts are shaded. Okay, so this was the concept of equivalent fractions. Let me now, if the question is, let me give you the question so that you people can write something in the comments. Very few people are commenting, others are just watching the show. And so if the question is give 5 fractions equivalent to 3 over 4, give me 5 fractions that are equivalent to 3 over 4. You tell me in the comments and I will write it here. Shweta Singh says, it's my pleasure. Shweta Singh says, it's my pleasure. You left the maths. Oh, okay. जी सर, पौना घंटा हो गया, बस करने हैं क्या?
पब्लिक भी
नहीं है ना? Okay, dear, let's continue this session in the 6 over 8, shabash. ALE, shabash in our language means bravo in English. So thank you, ALE. Anyone other than ALE? Ali. Okay, 9 over 12, fine. Sayyid Ibtisam, Assalamu alaikum sir, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, dear? Sayyid Ibtisam Bukhari is one of my favorite TikTokers. He is my colleague also in our main office. Atif Bukhari 439, good afternoon sir. Mr. Atif Bukhari is also our colleague in our main office. Sayyid Ibtisam Bukhari says, Alhamdulillah sir. But I am about to finish the session and will do the same because people are watching World Cup final, I think, and will come live next Sunday, inshallah. Okay, all of you, thank you for joining my live session and stay blessed, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.